Barcelona is the capital of the autonomous community of Catalonia, with a population of more than 1.6 million people. It's a city recognized for its gorgeous architecture and innovative attitude, and many of the city's historical structures will astonish you with their majesty and creativity. There are also many activities to do in the city since it has fantastic food, history, beaches, and wonderful shopping at lower prices than other European cities. Wandering aimlessly through Barcelona and stumbling upon hidden side streets with small cafes or pausing to relax in peaceful town squares where street musicians strum melodies on Spanish guitars is one of the greatest ways to see the city. There are delightful discoveries around every corner. Let's explore the best places to visit in Barcelona. Number 1. Sagrada Familia. With its 18 spindly towers standing high above all other buildings, the Basilica Sagrada Familia stands in the northern portion of the city, dominating its surrounds. This extraordinary structure is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is one of Europe's most unusual churches. Antoni Gaudí, the most famous Catalan architect of contemporary times, was commissioned to create this neo-Gothic church in 1883. Instead of following the blueprints, he developed the signature piece of Surrealism Art Nouveau architecture. He didn't have any definite plans in mind, preferring to change and add to them as the project developed. The church was never completed during Gaudí's lifetime. Despite his predictions of 10 to 15 years, several other architects have worked on the basilica since 1926, based on Gaudí's plans. Pope Benedict XVI consecrated the basilica in 2010, when the main nave was completed, although construction is still ongoing. The opulent exterior, with its expressive nativity facade representing Jesus' birth, and the evocative passion facade depicting Jesus' suffering, death, and resurrection, is the first thing that visitors notice. Tourists can tour the interior of the basilica, which is still unfinished, to see the awe-inspiring sacred space and its spectacular artworks. The sanctuary's main nave is a massive 90 meters long and 60 meters high space. Colorful stained glass windows let in ethereal light, and the ceiling sparkles with elaborate artistic elements. 2. Gothic Quarter. The Gothic Quarter has been the sacred and secular heart of the city for over 2,000 years, although there are relics of old Roman structures here. The medieval ages are best represented by the historic monuments crammed into this quarter. The Cathedral of the Holy Cross and St. Eulalia is located in the middle of the Gothic Quarter atop Monte Tabor. Tourists will love exploring the neighborhood's maze of narrow cobblestone streets and dark lanes, as well as pausing to see the neighborhood's modest boutiques and restaurants. Visitors who get lost here are enveloped in the wonderful atmosphere of a traffic-free medieval world. The sounds of people speaking and laughing, as well as the strumming of a Spanish classical guitar, provide life to picturesque squares. In the Gothic Quarter's hidden corners, children frequently play pickup soccer, while locals talk on the sidewalk terraces of cafes nestled away in courtyards. The Picasso Museum and the Placa del Rey, a lovely area flanked with imposing medieval houses, are two more highlights of the Gothic Quarter. The 16th century Casa de Pedeles, which houses the Museum of History of Barcelona, is a must-see. The Placa del Rey is sometimes used for outdoor music performances. 3. La Rambla. This is the city's tourist hotspot, which is why many locals avoid it, but it's also something you should visit only once to get a true sense of Barcelona. These promenades span for miles and culminate at the waterfront, with entertainers and food stalls. It's a fantastic and interesting walk, and once you've completed it, you'll be within walking distance of some of Barcelona's most popular sites. Spend at least half a day strolling the region between Plaza Catalunya and the Columbus Monument on this series of promenades. Living statues, bird sellers, flowers, and street performers compete for your attention as you pass among crowds and under leafy trees. And if you're really lucky, you might be able to get some of Barcelona's famed waffles while you're out and about. 4. Parc Güell. This garden complex is another must-see Gaudí design, located on Carmel Hill. Everything in this park is gorgeous and little odd, such as serpentine benches and walls decorated with brilliant mosaics, as is all of his work. Fountains, statues, and colonnades in Gaudí's distinctive fairy tale design are also on display. Take a break from the hustle and bustle of the city to appreciate Gaudí's unique take on nature. Visit his house museum, where he lived from 1906 to 1926, after strolling through the park. All of the furnishings and decor in the house were designed by him, giving you an incredible insider's glimpse of this brilliant man's thinking. 5. National Art Museum of Catalonia. If you're visiting Barcelona, you must see some Catalan art. This museum reopened in 2014 with a collection of media art ranging from the 1950s to the present day. So, in addition to the typical sculptures and paintings, you'll be able to witness examples of movies, posters, architectural, and photography while you're there. If you just have a weekend in Barcelona, make this a priority. If you have the time, make the ascent from Plaça d'Espanya to the museum for the panoramic and breathtaking views. Spend some time observing the structure as well. It's a city icon, and you'll be able to get some wonderful pictures in front of it. Aside from that, just go around and look at the art, especially the Catalan paintings, which are rarely seen outside of Barcelona. 6. Boqueria Market. The current location of this market has been in use for more than 200 years, but the city has had a Boqueria Market for much longer. This is a tradition that has survived all of the modern world's changes, and it is well worth seeing. You may buy all of the freshest foodstuffs and participate in a ritual that has been a part of Barcelona for a very long time at this market. This market has a lot of fresh produce if you prefer to cook or just want a quick snack. Even if you don't want to buy food that you'll have to cook, there's enough to do on this site. This is a great place to people watch because you can see the locals in their natural habitat. When you've had your fill of that, stop by one of the market's bars for a beer and some tapas. 7. Barcelona Beach. This beach is one of the busiest in the city and is located in a popular area. But there are excellent reasons for this, since it offers a wide range of entertainment alternatives as well as some of the city's greatest seafood restaurants. You will find everything you need and more at this beach, whether you prefer sunbathing, water sports, or simply looking out at the ocean and eating seafood. This beach boasts a variety of coastal cottages where you may dine on delectable delicacies while gazing out over the sand. In this location, water sports are also popular, with windsurfing and kitesurfing being the most popular. Basically, whatever you prefer doing at the beach, Barcelona Beach has the equipment and room to accommodate you. 8. Casa Mila. Another important Gaudi structure was finished in 1912. It appears to be a white stone quarry with holes blown out by prospecting miners. This UNESCO World Heritage Site has been refurbished to include modern features such as an underground parking garage and a self-supporting stone facade. This structure is incredible. It not only incorporates Gaudi's whimsical characteristics, but it also combines more contemporary features. This is part of the architect's brilliance. His designs endure because they can be changed to changing times. When he designed this structure, Gaudi was at the top of his game. So take your time and investigate his work. 9. Gracia. Barcelona is intriguing, but it is still a large metropolis, and sometimes the only way to truly comprehend a place is to travel to a little village and see the residents in their daily lives. You can do this even if you don't live in Gracia. This area was previously a separate town, but in the 20th century it was absorbed into the city. As a result, it retains its small-town charm, and wandering through its streets can make you feel as if you've been transported to another place. Spend some time strolling and investigating this region, which has a variety of little streets and squares put out in unique designs. Gracia is young and stylish, so take advantage of the area's many cafes and bars, as well as the independent shops for one-of-a-kind gifts. 10. Ciudadela Park. A park can be a retreat while you're in the center of a bustling city. This is especially true in Barcelona, which is a pedestrian-friendly city. So, if your legs are getting tired, take a break in this park's cool, green environs. You'll be ready to face the rush again after a little rest and recharge. This is a park for sitting on a seat and taking in the feelings and visuals that come with being surrounded by nature. You may also take a quiet rowboat ride over the lake, making sure to see the neoclassical fountain in the center, which was designed by one of Barcelona's most famous architects.